So once you've made the decision to take on a fixer-upper and move forward, you're gonna have a lot of emotions that you're dealing with. There's gonna be some excitement, maybe you're gonna feel a little overwhelmed, maybe some anxiety. Do not worry, those are all normal, and I encourage you to keep moving forward. And today we're gonna talk about the number one tip that I give people when they've decided to move into finding a fixer-upper, and that's be prepared. Now, I'm sure you're saying to yourself, really, like, of everything that you could talk about, being prepared, that's it? Well, you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit because there's actually 3 components to this being prepared, and I'm gonna call them the who's. So before we get into that, I wanna make sure that you know that there's other resources available to help you succeed, and one of those is a downloadable checklist on the website thresholdhomesmn.com. You're actually going to be able to find the list of 8 tips that I look for in a house when I'm deciding if it's a good fixer-upper project or not. So make sure to check that out and take it with you on your journey as you're looking for a house. My name is Amber and I'm with Threshold Homes. We are in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and for the last 10 years, I've been buying, renovating, and selling properties and advising other investors as well. I'm a licensed real estate agent and I am the lead design specialist for Threshold Homes. So I've got a lot of experience in construction and design as well as traditional real estate. So what I'm going to share today is information that I have shared with other people when I've spoken on panels throughout the Twin Cities and also helped encourage other people to move into the fix and flip market. So the 3 who's. What am I talking about? Well, in order for you to be successful in finding a flip and then selling it, there's some people who are going to be very key to your journey. So the first person is the who is going to help us find the house. Now, for most people, this is going to be a realtor, but it can't be just any realtor. Somebody who has experience in the area that you're looking in, because they're going to help you determine through comparable sale data whether or not you should be purchasing it for this price or a lower price. They're gonna help you determine actually even what the ARV or after repair value is. So those are pretty critical numbers to your success. They're also going to be able to help advise you on the extent of the renovation. So in some markets and neighborhoods and price points, it might make sense to have a small bedroom be part of a larger master suite, but in other markets it may not be. They're going to be able to help you make that decision. They're also going to be able to help you avoid the number one area where a lot of first-time flippers especially find a little bit of a challenge, and that is over improving a property. So a strong, knowledgeable, experienced realtor will be able to tell you that kitchen is going to need to be gutted, new cabinets, countertops, high-end appliances. Or they're going to be able to tell you, you know what, you could actually just salvage what's there, put some new countertops on, and maybe a little less expensive appliance. So they're going to have that market knowledge, and that's going to be incredibly valuable to you. They are also going to be able to write and negotiate an offer on your behalf. And there's an old adage in real estate that you actually make money on the buy rather than the sell. So you're going to want to make sure you've got somebody on your side for that for sure. The second who in this being prepared tip is going to be who is your lender. So when you submit an offer that your agent writes, they're also going to need to include either a pre-approval letter or a proof of funds letter. That shows the seller that you're a serious buyer and that your offer is one to be considered. So before you get to that point, you're going to need to know if you're using a conventional mortgage, are you using cash, are you using a hard money lender, do you have a private lender who's maybe partnering with you on this? And whatever the case is, you're going to want to make sure you've got all that documentation completed and the letter necessary to submit ready. The third who is going to be your contractor. Now, by no means at this point should you have a contract signed and a deposit in, nothing like that. But a contractor is going to be critical because when you get the project and you want to start working, you're going to need to know who you're going to call. So a lot of contractors have pretty busy schedules and some of them are even booked 6 to 12 months out. So if you have a list of 3 to 5, you can start contacting them pretty early on and find out if it's even an option to use them for your project. Maybe they're already busy. Maybe they don't have enough crews. It's a good time to ask those questions. Also, ask about referrals.
Are there any satisfied clients they've recently worked with who would be willing to share their experience? And when you get the chance to talk to those people, make sure you're asking, was the project completed on time? Was it within budget? Were there any other concerns or challenges that came up during the project, and how were those handled? Another thing with the contractors is you're also going to want to find out if they perform the quality of work that you would expect for your project. So if they've got a recent project that you can actually walk through and take a look at, you'll know what to expect if you hire them for your job as well. So we've talked about your 3 who's and how you can be prepared, and that's who is going to help you find the house, who is going to lend on the house, and who is going to do the work, who's going to be your contractor. So I hope you found this helpful as you prepare to take on your first fixer-upper. If you do, like this video and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss the next tip that we'll have coming up soon for you. And if you found us by means of just the interior design and the before and afters, we're so glad to have you. Please like and subscribe to this channel as well, because you'll be more property tours, more before and afters, and more design decisions coming up soon as well. Until next time.